Chapter 2. Present Day. Along my journey, I learned that driving and flying are the metaphorical paths available to us for accomplishing different kinds of goals. Although most of us often don't think about flying, I will show you why that could be a great mode of transport for some of us. Like fuel needed to drive a car or fly an airplane, core values are what fuel our lives. Therefore, unclear or non-existent core values can lead to us being stuck on the road, or much worse, stuck in mid-air. You may already be at that crux in the path. If so, don't worry. Just like being able to hike to the nearest gas or petrol station, or stop at the nearest airport to refuel. Questions and thoughts in this book will allow you to reconnect to what your true core values are. For me, my core values have been centered around freedom and leading a meaningful life, as well as helping others to do the same. Perhaps you resonate with this on some level. Today, my wife and I love spending our time with one another, and are loving parents and full-time entrepreneurs in the field of health and education. Although, life wasn't always like that. Our respective journeys allowed us to work our way here. I finished my PhD on a full scholarship from the University of Chicago in the field of nanotechnology and its biomedical applications like early diagnosis and targeted therapy. After publishing several research articles in top journals such as Nature Nanotechnology and having a patent after my name, I worked as a research scientist for 4 years. Sounds cool and sophisticated, right? But it did not align well with my goals of living a peaceful and meaningful life. Hence, I transitioned to becoming an entrepreneur with the support of my entrepreneurship mentors. Currently, my wife and I run 2 businesses, which operate in multiple countries. Genius Universal focuses upon entrepreneurship education, so that other aspiring entrepreneurs get equal opportunity to bring their ideas to a reality, while Nutridocs focuses upon natural health consulting, so that people can stay healthy and focus their energy on bigger life goals instead of hospital visits. Our current goal is to support 10 more families by 2030 to accomplish similar levels of success so that we can work on worthwhile causes without worrying about basic survival. But it didn't start that way. So, what did we do to get here? I am a first-generation entrepreneur coming from a humble beginning in India. The first thing I did to make that happen was to realize and face the real hard truths, which were, I had my own insecurities and biases to begin with. I still have them, and it's a lifelong process to overcome them. I have 5 failed startups under my belt, and numerous ideas which I didn't have resources for or guts to execute. I went through 7 failed relationships and developed stress-induced migraine and bloating during the process. I recovered from it without using any medication. I made a shift in my mindset and lifestyle. But through various failures and experiences, I have matured enough to live a peaceful and meaningful life. I wouldn't have been where I am today without the support of my family, friends, mentors, and all the other people and circumstances that shaped me. Similarly, my wife, Mithra, was raised in a dysfunctional family. When she was quite young, she became a victim of domestic violence at her home. It took a few years before she realized that she was in an unsafe environment, that it was not normal, and wanted to leave home. Along the way, she found her passion in education and wanted to work to reduce poverty across the globe. Wanting to create a financially sound plan to leave her home life, instead of running away without a plan, she started her first company at the age of 15. She started up in the edtech field by creating an online education platform to help educate and advise students through the system. Things started to take a turn for her at the age of 16, when she was diagnosed with PCOS and was informed by the doctor that she would be unable to have children. Her situation at home progressively got worse at this time, and so she called Child Protective Services CPS, but it was marked as a cultural difference, and was unable to leave home in a legal capacity. Graduating from high school at the age of 17, she finally escaped her home situation and moved out, but went through stress, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and attempts over the next few years. By the time she was 18, a freshman in college, she faced administrative challenges of being a small business owner, while handling personal challenges as well, making her health conditions worse. During her college years, she ended up in various romantic relationships which were detrimental to her. Being abused and cheated on took a mental toll on her. At 22, she finished her undergraduate degree in neuropsychology to understand human behavior and emotions. She also earned a place in a mentorship program and went through therapy and used both systems to work hard to grow herself, mentally, physically, and emotionally, to be the best version of herself. It is a continuous, everyday journey, of course. We married that year, and by the time she was 23, she had overcome fertility issues through natural methods and had a successful unmedicated, natural, and as she says, an exhilarating home birth. A year later, she consciously worked to let go of her negative emotions of her past, completed a postgraduate degree to be a Montessori teacher to better educate our children, and learnt positive parenting. My goal here by sharing a glimpse of her life and mine was to show that it is possible to turn things around, from setbacks to success. Stay tuned for a book about her journey. Now, before I share with you how I started my journey and all the dumb mistakes I made so that you can relate with my story and at the same time, hopefully not repeat them in your journey, here's a quick thought exercise for you. What are the top 3 hardships you had to overcome in your life that you are proud and/or grateful for? Think about the different areas in your life, such as personal, professional, emotional, physical, health, etc. These will help you understand who you are, your core values, and help guide your future decisions. You don't need to know everything, because you will discover most of it gradually over time. Chapter Summary. We all need people whom we want to do our life with and grow wise together. Our core values give us the direction for our life. Just because we look good in the eyes of society, it doesn't mean it's great for us. We grow because of overcoming our problems and not in their absence. Your mess can become your message if you let it.